Right, here I am at the start of the Te Araroa. Just left the lighthouse at Cape Reinga and just starting the trail now. Seems like it's taken forever to get me here. It's a whole year of planning and training, trying to get my body fit and ready to be able to do this, and finally the day has come and here I am. I'm going. So I'm going to head south from here. Don't know how far I'm going to get. At least I hope to Ahipara at the end of 90 Mile Beach, and then maybe some more after that. We'll have to see how it goes. If anybody who sees this doesn't know my backstory, I had an accident, paragliding accident, almost a year ago. Ended up having a collapse and crashing to the ground and tumbling down the side of Mount Coromandel, and broke all sorts of bones, so including 5 vertebrae. So it's been a long road coming back from this, and had to learn to walk again from scratch pretty much, and yeah, it's taken a lot of training, but here I am. I can walk again almost naturally, almost normally, and yeah, it feels good most of the time to be moving. So yeah, here I am on the trail. I want to say a huge thank you to Johnny Hopper. He has been instrumental in this, not only me doing this trail, but also my recovery. So he came and visited me in the hospital and said he was starting to do this Te Araroa thing, and I first thought, oh yeah, that sounds kind of interesting, and then I started thinking, well, maybe one day I could do bits of that, and then I suddenly thought, well, why not do the whole thing? So I started, that started to become my passion, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of the things that I used to do. So walking, I was pretty confident I was going to be able to get back to that. So I thought, well, hey, why not set the huge, audacious goal of doing the TAA? And so every day, this year, the last year, it's been my passion. It's been what gets me out of bed and off to the gym and to the physio sessions and the pool sessions and so forth. So I put in a huge amount of work, and a lot of it is due to the fact that I really desperately wanted to do this trail. So thank you, Johnny, for giving me that inspiration. That's where I'm going today, along this ridge line here. Drop down onto that beach, over to the far end of it, over the dunes, and along another beach. And then I'll see then sort of how far I get, whether or not I stop there or carry on a bit further. Okay, made it down to Te Beach, down to the sand at last. So that was hard work. You think that going uphill would be the hard bit, but for me, the way my legs work, going downhill is hard, much harder than uphill. So pleased I got that little stretch out of the way. You know how I said that walking downhill was the hard part for me, and not walking uphill? I might have to revise that a bit, especially when it comes to walking up sand dunes. That was hard work. Look at these formations, they're amazing, the colour is incredible. I'm about halfway between Te Wirahi and Twilight Beach, and I'm naked. That was a hard climb up the hill, through the dunes. My legs are starting to go shaky and wobbly, and that's a bad sign. So I'm hitting my limit, I thought I might be able to get to Thru-hiking stream today, but so that I could get a decent sort of start on 90 Mile Beach tomorrow, but I'm not going to get anywhere near there, so I'll probably end up camping at Twilight Beach, I think. But time for a rest and drink, something to eat. It should make me feel better. Well, I made it to Twilight Beach campsite at last. I'm completely and utterly spent. I did want to go on to Thru-hiking stream just so that I could get a bit of a head start on 90 Mile Beach tomorrow. The next recognised campsite is the Mount. That's about 28 k's from here, so that's a big day tomorrow. But it was 12 k's to get me here, and I'm just totally spent. I can't do any more today, so I'm going to set up camp here, get some food, and get some rest, and see what happens tomorrow. So here's my home for the night. Been joined by a hiker called Robert from Texas. So he was the guy that I saw at the lighthouse at the start of the day. So he's turned up here as well. So I'll be seeing more of him tomorrow. Alright, day 2. Just leaving Twilight Beach campsite. It was about 7 in the morning. Had an interesting thing happen last night. Sitting there sleeping, it was about midnight, and this Dutch guy wandered into camp wearing nothing but t-shirt and shorts, and had nothing with him apart from an iPhone. He was lost. He had been trying to get to Thru-hiking sand dunes with his girlfriend. They parked their car and they wandered off, and they got separated and he got lost, and for some reason then he decided that it'd be a good idea to walk 7 k's north along the beach and then another 5 k's across the headlands, and turned up at our campsite. So he was dead keen to keep on going and try and keep on going north and then cut across another track back to the road so he could walk around and get back to his girlfriend, but we managed to convince him that that was a really bad idea, and that he had no supplies, no light, no map, nothing like that. He was just going to get completely lost. So managed to convince him to stay at camp, gave him some clothing to keep him warm, and he camped in the camp shelter there. But then this morning, when I woke up, he was already gone. So left the clothes and stuff behind, so that was good. But obviously, he was keen to get back to his girlfriend in the car, who would have been really worried, and she was locked out of the car as well. So she would spend the night out in the open as well. So hopefully, I'll see him somewhere along the trail today. And I hope he's okay, and his girlfriend, so fingers crossed for that. There it is, 90 Mile Beach, my home for the next several days. It's the first side of it. The track that I've just been on across the headlands here was quite good, nice and well marked and good surface to walk on, so that was quite good travelling. Body's feeling quite good at the moment. The rest last night seems to have done the trick. My left ankle was giving me a lot of pain yesterday. I must have twisted it slightly coming down the very first descent down to the beach, and yeah, so it was a little bit swollen and just hurt all day long, but it seems to have recovered overnight, so that's quite good. Here's the last set of stairs getting down to 90 Mile Beach. There's the beach heading off into the distance. Can't see the end of it. Here we are on 90 Mile Beach. An amazing place. It's just miles and miles of empty beach. No one else here, no one in sight. Incredible views. Seas out this way, and beach and sand dunes. And that's it. Well, there's enough beach for me to walk on, so I'll keep on going. The things you find on the beach. This island out here behind me has been tormenting me all day. I've seen it since I first caught sight of 90 Mile Beach. It didn't look that far away, but I've been walking mile after mile, and it just doesn't get any closer. But finally I've almost drawn level with it, so I can say that I'm finally there. Oh, I'm very tired. So I've done 14 k's today, which is a pretty good effort. I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty good stuff though. And I've got another 14 k's to go to get to Bluff. So that sounds like a lot. I don't know if I'm going to get there or not, but I'll give it a go. It's just beach walking all the way, so we'll see what happens. The tide today has been pretty high most of the way, so had to walk high on the beach and the sand, which is not really soft but just a little bit soft, so it really saps the energy out of you. Well, I made it to Mangamuka Bluff. It's amazing. I am so pleased with myself. That was a huge effort. It was 28 k's today. I've been going for 9 hours. I'm totally exhausted. Sorry. I get a bit emotional today since the accident. Hangover of the concussion. You get really emotional at the simplest things. But I'm so pleased with myself. It's been a huge day. Totally exhausted. Anyway, have a look around. Here's the campsite. Lots of horse poos, which is very lovely, but never mind. Been walking for an hour and a half already. Got up at 5 this morning and started walking so that I can make the best use of the tides. At the shelter last night, a woman named Heather turned up. She's been section walking this section from the south going northbound. So, and she got up at 5 to do the same, to make use of the tide. So thought I might as well. And yeah, no, so far it's working out really nice. It's nice conditions today. It's been good sand, only a very gentle breeze. and so I'm trucking along nicely. See how we go. Sun's come up now. Yeah, it's quite pleasant walking. Just a bit of cloud building ahead of me. But, this is a little sample of what 90 Mile Beach is like. Plod, 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 and then some more plodding. It just keeps on going. Look at these incredible views, they're just amazing. I'll tell you, look at this. There's sand dunes up on the left, and in the middle there's the beach, and out to the right it's waves. Incredible. Found myself a little spot in amongst the some pines behind the dunes, so I'm just going to have a bit of a rest here. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so and I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'll have my breakfast now, and then I'm going to have a nice long rest and snooze hopefully, and then have my lunch, and then head on the last section to Utea hopefully. I've come to the realisation that the way to achieve success, or at least to keep your sanity on this trek along the beach, is to divide and conquer, break it up into small bits. I keep looking at dunes ahead of me along the beach and say, oh, I'm just going to walk to that one, and when I get there then I pick out another one, walk to that one. There's the flag for Utea Park. Oh, thank God I made it. Oh God, it's been an epic day. I worried that I might miss the flags and stumble past it, but no such worry. I saw the flags from about 2 k's back down the beach. Oh, that was a great incentive to keep going and get here. Oh, this is the entrance to Utea Park. One last moment of torture. I hope I can make it the last 20 metres. Okay, day 4. I'm leaving Utea Park and heading south towards Waipapakari. I could have decided to go on and get all the way to Ahipara today, but I just can't face another 30k day. I think it's too much. So at least it's too much day after day. So Waipapakari I think is about 16 k's, so it should be pretty relatively easy. It's 6:45 in the morning, so I'll be able to get use of most of the tide, and I might even get there before the high tide. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, you should check out the view of the beach here. This is amazing. This part of the beach has got the surf on the left, the beach in the middle, and the dunes on the right. Go figure. Ah, hang on a minute. I was walking along the beach, my head down, looking at my feet, in a complete trance, just plodding along, plod, 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 and heard a vague noise in front of me, and I looked up and there's this bus, and it's just in front of me, barreling down the beach in the opposite direction, and he'd seen me some time back, and changed his course so he wasn't going to hit me or anything, but Jesus, it gave me a fright. I didn't even know it was there until just a few metres before me. Scared the daylights out of me. Well, I made it to Waipapakari. Sitting here on a tent site. My plan was to get a tent site and stay here for the rest of the day, and then finish off the beach tomorrow. But now I'm sitting here, I'm just sort of torn. I mean, Got 14 k's to go and it's not even midday yet. Maybe I should push on, I don't know. Alright, day 5, 7 AM, I'm on the road again. Just leaving Waipapa. Alright, I'm back on the trail again, and look at that. There's surf and sand and dunes. Go figure. More of the same. You see this big Norfolk pine up here? I saw it from a way back down the track, and I thought, oh, it's about a K away. They'll make a good spot to stop and have a rest, have a snack. It just kept on moving away from me the whole time. About 4 or 5 k's later, I finally get up to the tree. This place just distorts your perception of distance. One minute I'm underestimating distances, the next minute I'm overestimating it. It's a real mind game. Oh my god! When is this beach gonna end? Oh, hang on a sec. There's the end there. $100 kilometers! Woohoo! I had some rest and a lunch at Ahipara, and the body was feeling really good. I've been tramping like a machine today, so I thought I might as well carry on and push on all the way through to Kaitaia. See if I can get there by tonight. There's lots of traffic on this road. Constantly having to get off the road and onto the verge to avoid them. Most of the cars have been pretty considerate though so far. What bizarre things to have for sale on the side of the highway. Good morning, it's day 8 and I'm just leaving Kaitaia. I've had 2 days rest, just sitting around at the backpackers just with my feet up as much as possible, letting my body recover as much as I can. My left ankle still very sore, and just the walk this morning I've noticed a bit of a twinge in my right hip, so hopefully that won't turn into anything bad. I think I'll walk through that, but we'll see how it goes. So the long road walk today, I might try and hitch the first 5 k's. The trail notes recommend that you hitch, so I think that's legitimate to do that. I'll give that a go, and then I'll get onto some backcountry roads and that'll be much better. Well, I made it to Araroa Road. Had to walk all the way. Nobody would pick me up. My hitchhiking skills seem to have deserted me. So I got no idea why.
Hi, my name is Cade and this is my dog Honey. And my name is Khan.
Right, I've got to Takahui Road and came down this road here, Araroa Road, just over that way, and I'm about halfway to where I want to get to today to set up camp, so it's a good opportunity to stop and have a lunch break and have a bit of a rest. So I seem to be going okay. Just met a couple of guys along the road. They were quite fun to chat to as I was wandering down the road for a kilometre. A couple of little kids and a nice dog. Yeah, they were fun. So it's going well. Just met a new friend. Hello. Isn't she lovely? Mm-hmm. Come on. Right, well, it's the end of day 8. Well, it's only about 2:45, but I've done enough walking for today. Got myself to a nice little spot. Going to set up my tent here and I've got a nice little water supply over here, and there's even a little waterfall in amongst the trees there. Very nice little spot. I'm going to fill myself with water and all my bottles. That was hard work today. That was very hard. Started wondering quite strongly, what the hell am I doing here? My leg was, oh my ankle was screaming at me all day. And so I'm thinking, well, is this really worth it? But now that I'm at this little spot here, I feel better. I'm going to have a good long rest here and have some dinner and sleep and see how I feel in the morning. Pretty sure my ankle will be feeling much better. So fingers crossed for Araroa Forest tomorrow. I came so close to giving it up this morning. I was sitting at camp and the ankle was sore. But yeah, after it freed up, after a little bit of movement, felt much better, so decided to give it a go, and pleased I did. It's a very nice little track here, it's heading up into Araroa, and it's a nice area, nice to get into the bush for a change. Been in the bush for nearly 3 hours now, and at last I got a view. Not much of a view, but hey, there it is. I think Cape Reinga is up that way. I think you can just see 90 Mile Beach over there. Kaitaia must be behind the hill there somewhere. Here's just an example of the sort of tree fall that I have to negotiate. Get over that somehow. I'm completely munted. The last hour and a half was the worst of the trail so far. That was incredible. Overgrown all over the place. Huge tree fall all over. The track had to climb over. I got lost, got turned around, ended up walking for 20 minutes and ended up back where I'd started from. I was just lucky that I looked down and recognised the stump that I'd seen before. Managed to figure it out where I'd gone wrong, but need to redo it all. I was hoping to get 2 k's down the track to where potential campsite is, but I can't get there. So I found a vague sort of clearing here, a bit of leaf litter on the ground. It's roughly flat. I'm going to stick up the tent here and call it a night. It's day 10, 7:45 in the morning. I've broken camp, just about ready to go. Not sure if you can see on the film or not, but it's quite misty on the trail today. I'm up above cloud base here, up over 600 meters I think is the altitude. So I think that'll clear pretty quickly, just as the sun comes up it'll lift, and yeah, I hope it doesn't make my navigation any worse than it already is. I'm over halfway through this forest now, comfortably, and there's something quite comforting about that. It means I know that every step that I take I'm getting closer to civilization rather than further away from it, so it's kind of reassuring. I've dropped below the clouds now, and that's roughly where I'm going, in that direction, well, over there. But that valley in the very distance there, I think is where the road goes through State Highway 1. I think I've got to get to the bottom of that. For the last hour or so, the track's been more or less like this. At last, no navigation worries, no roots to clamber over or tree fall. It's much easier going, making steady progress now. Not quite done with the mud yet. Yeah. I made it out of the reindeer forest. Thank God. That was hard work. But I've come to a decision now, and I'm going to pull the pin on this trek right here. I just got to go 600 metres down Makini Road, and I'll get on to State Highway 1, and I'll try and hitch my ride into civilization from there. It's been a hard decision to make because my real aim was to get to Kirikiri if I could, and I'm almost there, but I promised to Tanya that I would listen to my body while I was doing this trek, and listen to what it was saying, and my body is saying, please no more, I can't do it anymore. So I'm in constant pain. Every step is searing pain for me at the moment, and I'm just getting more and more fatigued every day that goes by, so it's getting tougher and tougher. So I'll call it quits here, but I'm really proud of what I've done, what I've achieved. 154 k's, and I'm just really happy. I just want to say thank you to all of those people that were following along on the map page, and everyone that sent me messages while I was doing this trek, because it just helped me so much. It was really great to know that people were interested in following along and cheering for me, and it really kept me going. Thank you so much. The last thing I want to say is a huge thank you to Tanya. You've been with me all year long, every day, helping me through my recovery. You've gotten me to the point where I could even contemplate doing this, and you've been with me every step of the way on the track. I couldn't have done this without you. I love you so much.